Hello and welcome to time series forecasting. In this video I'm going to talk about subset selection. In the previous video I talked about running all possible models or all possible regression equations. And in the previous case we had 4 potential predictors, that is our k was equal to 4. Therefore we regress 16 equations. And based on model selection criterion we chose a model with a minimum cross validation. So that was the case where we had just 4 potential predictors and there were 16 possible combination of models that we could run. So this type of selection is called best subset selection. That is, you regress all possible combination of equations and you choose the best among them based on any of the measures that I discussed earlier. However, in many cases, it may not be possible to regress all possible models. For example, if we have about 40 potential predictors, we need to run about 1 trillion equations. So in that case, it may not be possible to regress all these equations. And if we have about 100 or 200 possible predictors, it may be very difficult to choose a best model among them. Therefore, instead of running all possible equations, what we do, we regress a subset of equations using stepwise selection regression. Using this method, we either use the forward stepwise selection or backward stepwise selection. So we either start with the full model, that is, we include all the possible predictors in the model, and then drop one at a time and see what is happening with the cross-validation or any selection criterion that we talked about. Or we start with the intercept only and keep on adding another variable at a time and see what is happening with the CV. So these type of selection is called subset selection, that is, we regress a subset of the models. And there are 2 other methods that we can use. One is called the shrinkage methods. And these methods are used a lot in big data analysis. And there are 3 models, those are used frequently. One is called the ridge regression, the other is called lasso, and a combination of both these methods is called elastic net. Now I'm not going to cover all these 3 methods, but you are more than welcome to explore these 3 methods to choose best predictors. And then we also have dimension reduction methods. Remember, our whole point is we may have many predictors and we want to choose the best predictors. Those will be predicting our variable of interest, y hat. So this is our goal. So what we can do is we can either use principal component analysis, that is, we can reduce the dimension of our regression model. See, in this case there are 100 variables in the model. What we can do is we can include different combinations of various variables and include those as the best predictors in the model. And then there is another method which is partial least squares, which is also based on dimension reduction methodology. I'm not going to cover both of these methods. My aim here was to inform you about the existence of these methods. But I'm going to cover these 2 methods, forward stepwise selection and backward stepwise selection. And I have already covered how to run all possible combinations of models. Alright, I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.